with newsrooms across the Shenandoah Valley. This is WHSV TV3 News at 6.
Coming up on the news at 6, the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank acquires a giant piece of hardware. How this new piece can help serve even more of the community.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jared Klein.
And I'm Nina Barati. Thank you for joining us tonight. The beginning of the school year brings buses back on the roads.
WHSV's Autumn Childress explains what road rules motorists need to know.
As school buses hit the road again this year, it's important for motorists to understand their role in keeping kids safe. According to the NHTSA, students are 70 times likelier to get to school safely on a bus than in a car. But the greatest risk for students isn't while on the bus, but when getting on or off.
I have people run my sign all the time.
Nick French has been driving a school bus for 6 years. He says he's no stranger to motorists ignoring his stop sign.
If the first one runs it, 2 or 3 following them will run it at the same time.
But ignoring bus signals is putting drivers and students at risk. In fact, bus drivers have become another set of eyes for law enforcement.
They actually use their radios on the buses and call in vehicle descriptions or tag numbers.
So to avoid 1, hurting someone, and 2, getting a ticket, deputies are giving drivers these quick reminders.
When the yellow lights start flashing, start slowing down. When the red lights are flashing and the stop sign comes out, stop.
You got a lot of child safety involved here and stuff, and a lot of things, bad things can happen.
In Shenandoah County, Autumn Childress, WHSV.
In-state tuition and mandatory fees at Virginia's universities and community colleges is up an average of 5.1% or $612 this school year. The State Council of Higher Education found that students at four-year institutions will pay an average of over $13,000, while community college students will pay an average of $4,600. Room and board charges at four-year schools will average $10,633, up 3.5% from last school year. Hospitals in Charlottesville preparing for the worst-case scenario ahead of the anniversary of the deadly Unite the Right rally. The UVA Health System and Santara Martha Jefferson will have extra staff on hand in case of a mass casualty incident. Last year, UVA was swamped with patients injured after a car rammed into a crowd of people. UVA's Director of Emergency Management says this weekend will not stop anyone from seeing a doctor and is otherwise business as usual.
That preparedness effort for the second part of our mission is really no different than what we do for mass gathering events throughout the year, whether it be athletic events, concerts, or community events.
The hospital has limited the number of entrances patients can use to enter the hospital for this upcoming weekend.
Thanks to a grant from Walmart, the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank can now better serve the community. The Walmart Foundation donated $30,000 to help the food bank buy a refrigerated trailer. The new trailer can hold 30,000 pounds of food and help the food bank transport an extra 1.5 million pounds of food per year. It is part of an ongoing effort to get more nutritious foods to people in need. As that need grows, so does the impact of the new trailer.
It's a big impact, and it's a big impact on the lives of the clients because they're getting fresh produce, wholesome produce, nutrient-dense food.
In order to deliver more perishable food and to give people in need more nutritious food, the food bank is also looking to get more refrigerated trucks after this one.
The Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind is working to make sure their students are prepared for the workforce after graduation. A recent report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics says unemployment rates for people with disabilities is twice as high than for people without disabilities. The school is working with students to make sure they have crucial job skills and to help provide them with experience while they're in school.
It just gives them a step up. I mean, they have the experience here at VSDB in addition to all the work-based learning experiences we provide for them.
Along with the real-world experience, the school is also starting a new program this year to help match interest and skills with jobs.
It's been a few days since last week's tornado in Charlottesville, and one school is still dealing with the cleanup. Roger Bryant, director of facilities at Tandem, said nearly 15 trees fell through the property. School officials say a tree company had come into campus a week ahead of the storm to trim back branches. They say that helped prevented any potential damage.
No damage to any structures. We got lucky. We did have a tree fall between two vehicles, just a little scratch. Other than that, we were very fortunate.
The iconic ginkgo tree on the property, rumored to have a connection to the Jefferson family, survived the storm, but its fate is still yet to be determined. Tandem says the cleanup will be done tomorrow at the latest. The numbers are in. The supplies collected at Stuff the Bus this weekend have been sorted and are ready to be donated to local schools. In Stanton and Waynesboro, Stuff the Bus collected just over $55,000 in supplies. Schools in Augusta County, Waynesboro, and Stanton will get the supplies this week. In Harrisonburg and Rockingham County, volunteers collected more than $100,000 in supplies. United Way says the donations will help thousands of kids in need across the valley. And if you missed the collections, United Way is still taking donations through their website.
These supplies will last some of these schools through January, even when kids come back. So it really, again, fills that need for kids that you don't want a kid to not have a pencil or paper or a notebook or a backpack.
For more information on donating, visit our website, WHSV.com.
A new face will be joining a Valley Towns Council after 2 council members recently announced their resignation. 30-year-old JMU grad R.J. Ogren is the newest member of the Dayton Town Council. Ogren was chosen for the seat in a closed session during a council meeting Monday night. This comes after council members Shelley Newman and Laura Daly recently resigned. Dayton Mayor Charles Long says Ogren stood out as a candidate by pitching the idea of creating more programs for teenagers in Dayton and expressing a desire to bring more businesses into town.
But I don't want it to go understated. I'm losing 2 great council members, and I've always thought a lot of them. So, you know, Shelley and Laura, you know that I'm thinking of you, and we're going to miss you. But yet, you know, as anybody knows, we have to move forward.
Council expects to make a decision on the second empty seat next week. The council, excluding Mayor Long, will also be setting the new parameters for Police Chief Daniel Hanlon. You may remember he was demoted and then reinstated back in June.
Coming up on the news at 6, a warning to parents against microwaving and dishwashing plastic containers in bottles.
And a new study reveals smoking habits among teens, how vaping can lead to an increase in other drug use. Stay with us.